Dear friends, our verse today is from Luke chapter 19, verse 46. My house shall be a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers. Our verse today comes from Luke's version of the cleansing of the temple in Jerusalem. In the temple, Jesus saw traders. Some of them were helping people who needed to change money for the temple offerings, while others were selling various items: animals, wine, oil, salt, and doves used by pilgrims for sacrifice in the temple. The money changers were exchanging Roman and Greek coins for the half-shekel temple tax, which the law requires of those from 20 years and above, as in Exodus 30:11-14. If this is the case, what then was their offense? And why was Jesus angry at them as to drive them away? Now, these transactions and exchanges had built-in charges, what we call commissions, and some of the money goes to the high priest's family. So the traders increased the prices and the rates so that the high priest could get his share, and they still made enough profit for themselves. They were feeding fat on the piety and helplessness of the pilgrims. So Jesus cites two Old Testament passages that condemn this act, and this is what we have in our verse today. First, Isaiah 56 verse 7. For my house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples. And Jeremiah 7:11. Has this house which is called by my name become a den of robbers in your sight? Dear friends, this verse invites us to re-examine our attitudes concerning the house of God, that is the church. What is the church? The church is a building where we gather, but most importantly, the church is the people of God. That's why Jesus says, for where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am with them. Matthew 18 verse 20. Jesus calls our attention that the church is a place of prayer, and the gathering of people in the name of Christ should be for prayer. Prayer as thanksgiving, adoration, praise, and petition. The traders that Jesus drove out were staying in the part of the temple reserved for the Gentiles, that is, the non-Jewish worshippers. And the activities of these traders were a big distraction to the Gentile worshippers. So while some were worshiping God, others were doing business and enriching themselves by cheating people. Unfortunately, things like this still happen in our time and in our churches. In regions where churches are flourishing, it seems that the central point of the gathering is neither the gospel of Jesus nor the salvation of souls. Money and more money seem to be the major driving force. While many of the leaders use the church to make money for themselves and their families and promote their trade, some of the worshippers are driven by the desire for material prosperity and not moral or spiritual advancement in the presence of God. If Jesus should enter our churches today, what will he say and what will he do? Will he not do the same thing he did in Jerusalem and address the same words in our verse today? The church of God is a place of prayer, a place where we encounter God to revive our drooping spirits. It is not a business empire or trading center where the gospel of Christ serves the economic well-being of the leaders and followers. Many robbery activities are carried out in the churches today. Do not be a protagonist and do not be a victim. As you honor the church as a place of prayer, may God accept your praises and supplications and grant your desires. Amen. God bless you. Have a nice day.